Ew. That looks gross.
The Highways Agency, okay? It has this kind of guidelines, those people who have advertising hoardings, not to put them near roads that have got a speed limit more than 60 miles an hour. But I don't know if you've noticed, I've been driving around the side, all over Britain, highways, farmers are putting lorries in their fields and then selling the side of them to like local companies. Yeah. Here's a tip, if you are one of these local companies, keep it brief. Because I saw one the other day that said, want to use Jag? Go to www.iwantousejag.co.tv or call Debbie on 012 So you want to be sort of use Jags left. No, that's too many words. Keep it tight. Okay. Jags left. No, I was in that pause there. No, Jags too low. Wolf first The worst one, though, the worst one I've seen, I don't know if anybody ever uses the M40 like yes. I do to get to work, okay? Someone has written on a big long wall as you're coming into London, why do you do this every day? Why do I do this? Have you seen it?
I've seen it. There is another one on the bridge, which you look up and it just says, Lemmings. It's a Monday, leave me alone. It's horrible.
What it should say, though, really, if we're honest, it should say something like, why do you do this every day? Why don't you come out with me and drink nets and pen on the wall? That's right. You're right. That's true.
My baby boy, so cute. You're being good. You're being good.
Get a job.
Reverse graffiti. I like that. Formula One drivers, as we know, they're not exactly underpaid. Michael Schumacher, $80 million paid over the last year, which makes you wonder why he agreed to pay presumably about 20 quid to put his face on this piece of tech.
A clock.
What? I mean, presumably they gave him 20 quid and maybe a clock.
Yeah, but in fairness, they have managed to get a square head on a round face.
It's why there could never be a David Coulthard clock, because it would all just swell out his jawline.
Yeah, no, talking of Formula One racing who don't need the money, check this out. This is a Jacques Villeneuve air freshener that I've got for you here. Now, I've taken the liberty of getting one out. The idea is you put this crash helmet thing on your dashboard, and then you load it up with this, okay? And then you just tap it on the top, and your car smells of Jacques Villeneuve's helmet.
So, get one that smells like.
Now, you know the Bugatti Veyron? Yeah, it's this Volkswagen bought Bugatti, so we're going to make a supercar that's got 1,000 horsepower. Which sounds great, but they haven't yet worked out how such a thing might be possible. They just said it. Anyway, they're still working away on it. Now, the people that were making all the sort of perfume and the leather wash bags that were going to go...
2 hours 19 minutes.
So they're all starting to launch the stuff. And the latest, right, is this watch, okay? This is a Bugatti Veyron watch that I'm wearing. Okay? Now, you can't see the face there because when you hold the steering wheel, okay, like this, see? That's where the face is. Because when you're holding the steering wheel, if you don't want to look at the clock on the dash for whatever reason, you can look at your wristwatch without taking your hand off the steering wheel.
That's kind of neat. Oh, that's how it is. Oh, that's how it is. That's pretty neat. It's pretty neat, though. It's like this. You go to watch like that. It's pretty neat.
Three men to help you put it on. Because I was like, how does this clip work? Because honestly, you need a butler. So you could work that out.
That's 140 grand for a watch commemorating a car that doesn't exist.
And never will exist.
Oh, it does exist now.
Every week I come along getting with a bit of a theory, but this every single week. Yes? No. James has one.
My theory is this: that whenever you have bits of high technology that are designed to make car driving and motoring more.
2 hours 19 minutes.
Yes. For example, speed cameras. Yes. They always work. Congestion charging cameras. They always work. The traction control always work. But if you've got a bit of technology that's supposed to make car driving better, it never works.
Satellite navigation.
Voice activation.
Voice activation on my Mercedes. Oh. Phone home. Do you want radio? What? Phone home! Because anyone think of anything that makes your life easier that works. What? Silly say.
somebody said dishwasher in his car.
Who said that? I want to know what car you've got that's got a dishwasher. Modern technology, but this is a program called Top Gear. Stick to motoring-related issues. You may remember in the last series that we did a thing about how you could speed horse boxes up. Because they always go far too slowly, have horses in them, and that's the problem. The horse sort of rolls around in there if you go too far. So we thought you came up with the idea
we could wedge more horses in and squash them and then they can't move.
And there was a chap standing here, he said, why don't you have a horse where you live and a horse where you're going? And then you don't need, which was brilliant. But we've had a letter, okay, from an 11-year-old girl called Emily Nelsie, okay?
Okay.
Emily says that you can't pack horses in unless they're dead, deboned, and in olive oil.
Ew.
And she says that's neither humane nor practical, okay? Right. So she sent us her solution, okay? I've got it here. Imagine this is the horse box, okay? At the door, she's drawn that one for you. And inside, look, the horse is suspended, right, by elastic from the ceiling and then tied by elastic to the floor, so you can really jiggle it around.
That's smart and
This is the side, look.
Nobody's tried that on a real horse, have they?
I've not got a real
If
horse.
I went into the horse box with my stallion and a length of elastic and some rope, I'd get there.
I get killed.
I haven't looked at it like that. I would get killed, but not the way you're thinking.
We could just hose you out.
Oh, I'd get butchered. I mean, there'd be hooves coming out the window. No, it's not going to work.
I think she's brilliant. I think she is Cockerell, Mitchell, Emily Nelson. Good for you. British ingenuity. Love it.
11-year-old goes to.
Ferrari have given the Pope a present.
What?
Sounds very
Did not. The Ferrari give the Pope a present?
Formula One car. He's 84.
He's got Parkinson's disease.
He wants it slippers. What if he uses it? Mercedes.
The Pope drives a Ferrari? That'll be crazy. Oh, wait, the Pope's new. Wait, we have a new Pope now. Never mind. Recently, we got a new Pope, so this is outdated. This thing's outdated. The Pope, we got a new Pope now, so this is outdated.
It's got 5 centimeter thick armor plating, landmine resistant petrol tank, bulletproof windows, bulletproof tires, the lot. He used it, went to Stuttgart for a meeting with the board. He was in there 20 minutes, came out, stolen.
What? An armored vehicle stolen?
Imagine that phone call. Oh my God.
While we're on the subject of Mercedes,
While on the subject of your voice, how much Christmas cheer have you had this year?
shouting at the children. Actually, no, it's laughing at his Christmas jumper.
What baby whistle?
Whoever thought that might be what
I want to like the bed. That's what I want to do later. But
on the telly. While we're on the subject of Mercedes, we had the CLS here a few months ago, and it parked in the studio, and we thought that is definitely a £100,000 car.
It's got something about it. It's got presence.
Do you know how much that's going to be when it comes out next year? 50,000.
That is
50,000, and you'll be able to get the supercharged V8 one for only 60,000. Go up against the.
okay, it's not bad. That's not totally bad.
that could be fun.
Okay, we got 3 out of the 12 already uploaded already. Let's. This is going. I should have more videos uploaded in a little bit. Actually, I can't see because of the. You know. I'll take a minute. My cactus looks great.
Right, news for another car. Can I show you? It's the PT Cruiser Cabriolet. Have a look at this. Now, I have one question. I got one question. How much don't you want that car? I mean, seriously.
How much is it?
It's 17.5. Oh, I mean, look at it.
20 grand for a PT Cruiser convertible. I can give me a golf. I can give me a P. I can get me a VW convertible for the same price as that, brand new.
I'd rather eat £17,500 worth of bread all other than that.
You know how Socrates died?
Headlock.
He drank hemlock because the option he was offered was to have a Greek soldier, and this is true, put his fist up his bottom and pull his heart out. It's a true story, that, or you can drink hemlock. I'd rather have the Greek soldier. Always smart. hearts coming down the back passage. What the hell were they thinking of? It's so awful. Now, I want to stick, if I may, with the speeding issue. You know Richard Brunstrom, Chief Constable of North Wales? Oh, yes. Here's a picture of him as the Sun calls him the mad mother of the traffic television.
210, 212, 210.
He made a speech the other day to the Institute of Advanced Motorists,
Oh, those guys.
Okay, now I've got a copy here of some of the things that he said, and I'd like to share them with you. He said, every one of us can think of a speed limit that appears to be completely balmy, utterly bonkers. And if you think it's bonkers, you're much less likely to comply with it. A voice of reason. What we need are speed limits that have credibility in the public mind. We need to have a root and branch reform of every speed limit throughout the country. Richard, welcome to our world. We should get him down, get some petrol out of the Subaru Impreza's fuel tank, cross him, baptise him into the petrol head world. Welcome, Richard. Welcome. So let's do the news, shall we? And we have got some very big news for to kick off. We're up for an award.
Oh, yes, we are. We are.
2-8, 2-8, 2-8, 2-8.
We're up for the BAFTAs.
Yeah, we lost that.
Yeah, we're just up. They only invited us to watch us lose.
Yes.
Anyway, this time we're up for a National Television Award. And the great thing is, okay, is that you cannot vote for us. But the thing is, I've got the categories here, and I vote for Wise Swap.
That is good. Yeah. It's good. I mean, it's better than us.
It is that. And then there's Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen.
That show sucked.
No, that was the one with the kitchen full of people you've never heard of. It was the one. No, it's the one where he goes around the country teaching people in the provinces how to cook potatoes. That one.
That's much better.
That's the one I vote for.
So what is anything else?
Crime Watch. So that's just full of people running into phone boxes, panting. I've seen a poacher. Nobody on Crime Watch has got a mobile phone. You notice that? Nobody ever rings from a mobile. Tell you what, I think they want it to be the third best factual entertainment program. Think about that.
Have you picked your colour yet?
Oh, you before.
I had a fantastic week earlier on this week. You know the saga of his GT40 thing, ingratiating himself to Thornton, right? He had a conversation this week, did you not? Huddled in the corner of the office. Yeah. What colour can I get it in? Trying to decide, but for a start, have you decided on your colour?
Well, this is it. You see, the problem is that the Americans aren't good on colours, and so you pay a fortune for the damn thing, and they say you can have it in red, white, black, yellow, or blue. What do we think? Blue?
Do you know what? You're all wrong because it's irrelevant. Because the thing's not going to. When's it arrive? When was it supposed to arrive?
It was supposed to have arrived ages ago, and they said it was going to be £90,000 to start.
It's going to be.
Well, then they put it up, and they said it was going to be a bit more than 100. Then it was 111.
It's going to be.
I tell you, it's 121, and then they said the stripes on it are another £3,000, and if you want wheels, they're £1,500.
What?
So you pay £130,000, and then they still just say you've got a choice of 5 colours, and they're all rubbish. There's a packet of used cigarettes on eBay for £6. It's the leading one on eBay.
What, for 110?
Has anybody got a knife?
It's going to be a great investment, Jeremy. You've lost 20, 30 grand on it, and you haven't got it yet. I love that car.
The EU's going to have problems with it.
Making you unhappy.
Just before we do the news, we've had a letter. Got to share it with you. Here, pink note paper. All the eyes have got little circles on them. Ready? Dear Richard.
All right.
Yeah, I watched Top Gear. I think you're the best looking guy on the program.
That's an achievement, isn't it?
Your cool, good-looking ace hairstyle, wicked clothes, best wishes. That's Stuart. It's a long world. It gets better because would you like to know Stuart's address? Not really, no. The Folkestone Wing, Her Majesty's Prison, Broadmoor.
Broadmoor.
He's going out soon and he wants to know, no, listen. What did you do with all the shirts from the last series? Can I have them?
Oh!
How long is he going to be at that address? Do we know? It's better than that. Stuart, come on in.
Oh shit!
I don't like that.
Bugatti Veyron, or how we pronounce it. About 6 years ago, Volkswagen bought Bugatti, and they said we're going to make a supercar that will have 1,000 horsepower.
They bought the company in the
And
'90s.
there were a few problems with that. Like, they hadn't got an engine that could do anything.
In the
like
first,
that.
in the first, when Bugatti Veyron came back out in the 1990s, the first car, I mean, back in the 90s, Volkswagen bought Bugatti Veyron, and then the first car they built was a Bugatti. Don't remember what, but it came out in the '90s.
Nobody in the world makes tires capable of transferring 1,000 horsepower onto the road.
Well, the thing is, you have to be realistic. Suzuki, for example, with the new Swift, went for just 101 brake horsepower from 4 cylinders, and it works.
Yeah. Nevertheless, the thing is that they plowed on with the Veyron, okay? Had a couple of accidents because they can't find a test track big enough anywhere in the world to get it up to top speed. But now,
Have you tried
Volkswagen says,
Indianapolis?
"Virtually ready, there's only 2 more things they've got to work out: the steering and the brakes."
Steering and the brakes. Oh shit!
You've got those worked out, they put it on sale.
The W engine.
$1 million car, $1 million.
I don't want one.
And I won't be testing it. He will. I'm not driving a car that's got 1,000 horsepower brakes that have been fixed at the last minute.
If I was gonna drive any kind of car that goes fast, I'll take the Kurgenseg thing. It's here. I did the Kurgenseg. One, the tires last longer, and it's here. 3 things, okay? A Kurgenseg. The doors are cool. The tires will last longer, and the fuel tank will last longer than a Bugatti Veyron, and it's safer. It's the second fastest car in the world. The Kurgenseg is the second fastest car in the world. The problem is they're hard to come by. And the third thing is the doors. And the last thing, the doors are awesome.
Where we drive too fast. Apparently, when you're hooking along at 30 or 40 miles an hour, it's okay. But now we're doing 50 or 60.
2 hours to go for these videos to upload.
But this doesn't make any sense. Because
You went over a toad.
it's a dead toad.
It's not going to lie, that guy. Oh, that guy was only going 30 in his discovery. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Slowly going over. Cheers. The great thing is, of course, is you know how all of these pressure units, they always have to have the snappy sort of sound bite. Got a great one here, right?
Go on, what is it?
They've spent hours working on this one.
Go on.
Speed kills, and it kills more toads.
Speed kills.
I slow down for toads. You know the beach, okay? You know the beach, always been a great level. You go down there in your speedos, no way of telling whether you've got an Aston or an Austin. Not anymore, thanks to this. It's a Porsche bucket and spade. You even get look like so you can make a little sand Cayenne with it. Do you know how much this is? Do you know how much the tire is? 15 quid. 15 quid for a bucket.
$15 for a sand kit? That's not bad.
It's one of these on the beach. I think so.
Oh crap! A pool floaty.
See, I'm 4. There's what Porsche has. It's got dials in there and everything. I think that's fabulous.
No, well, it'd be all right. You know the Sandy Lane in Barbados? They'll all have those this year. Except the ones that have got the Zonda on.
You say some good picture can Zonda. You can go. I'm going to give it that. Yes.
Silly baby. Yeah. Damn jawbreaker. What's wrong, baby?
Mitsubishi. You know the Evo? Well, of course you do, yeah. The latest one they've just announced will have
Not you, Whistle.
400 brake horsepower.
What's wrong, Whistle?
2 litre, 2 litre. How big's the turbo going to be on it? And what is it going to suck up? Everything apart. Children with kites.
Totally, you have to service it every
4,500
miles.
Yeah.
I reckon it's simply because they've got to empty the turbo. I mean, if it's still sitting in the garage one day, it's be full of lawnmowers and old dinghies and sledges and paint.
There'll be a lot more lost kitten signs on lampposts. Former KGB agents are stealing Volkswagen technical secrets and selling them to the motor industry.
Are you writing a novel?
No, it's for real. Last night I was sitting next to the boss of Volkswagen and he was saying that they have a security breach on their computers every single month and they never know who's done it until 2 years later when a car comes up, oh, it was them.
KGB.
KGB?
What's that red dot on your head?
Stay right where you are.
Oh, now, have you seen these specs? Speed cameras, the new ones. They measure your average speed between two given points. So I was going through Northampton the other day, okay, and there's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit, about 2 miles. Now, when you've got to maintain an average speed of 50, it means the only thing that you can look at is the speedometer. Do you know about that? You can hear the wheelchairs going under the wheels and the babies are way I'm not looking at. I swear to God, right, they are going to kill people. Trust me.
They're forward-facing, though, am I right?
Yeah, the cameras will take a picture as you're going towards them. Yeah.
I agree with those.
Why?
Because I'm a motorcyclist.
What's that got to do with it?
There's no number plate on the front of the bike.
What's smart?
The thing is, I've been through Northampton on the bike. They were actually made illegal in the early 70s.
Because it used to be upright on the front bedcar.
Yeah.
So if you had a crash, it was like somebody just putting a meat cleaver in your head, essentially.
So that is one advantage of motorcycling, I will concede, but there is a disadvantage because I was talking to a surgeon just last week, and he was telling me, you know these new bikes that have got a very pronounced fuel tank in front of the saddle?
Yeah, lots of sports bikes.
Do you know what the most common injury is now when you have an accident? Your testes torn off. No, it's a fact. It's a fact. So you could do that to a speed camera, but the next thing you know, this surgeon was telling me he now spends most of his life sewing testicles on people, which is annoying if you're a woman. My friends, you know what you've done. I'd love to do this. I'd sew them on someone's ears. It serves you right for being a biker. Now you've got earrings.
I'd sew them on the shoulders. So the next time somebody said, well done, mate.
What then is going to be your favourite car, do you think, in 2005? What are you most looking forward to?
I think probably for me the Range Rover Sport. It's basically the new Land Rover Discovery underneath, but they put a sort of sporty version of the Range Rover body on it. I think that looks great.
I'm gonna paint tomorrow.
4.2 litre Jaguar V8, so that would be a good car. It will be on the weighty side, yes.
For me, it has to be the Aston Martin, the new V8 Vantage they've got. Yeah, it's just nodding away now. That's the one. It's going to be the same size as a 911, same kind of price as a Porsche 911. But you know what? They've just taken this round the Nürburgring, where I rather nobly got round a couple of weeks ago in 10 minutes. But look at this. It's just got round in less than 8 minutes.
That is so good.
That is really good. And look at that front wheel off the ground. That is one.
That's scary.
In fact, I think they may have to sort of unstiffen it a bit before they put it on sale. That's going to be one hell of a car.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So James, what about you?
Well, I quite fancy an Aston Martin next to the DB9 Volante, essentially the convertible DB9. It's a bit more expensive, about £115,000, 450 horsepower. But despite that, I still feel myself strangely drawn to the Suzuki Swift, which has got 101 horsepower.
I would not want that.
From California. This is already law in California, and it might well be coming here. Dogs are going to be obliged to wear seatbelts in cars. I know. Look,
What the hell?
I'll tell you what's happening here. They've taken away all our fun. We can't do anything now, can we? We can't drive fast or anything we want to do. So they're pitting on dogs. Because, no, bear with me, you've got dogs, you know this. Dogs don't have much fun in their lives. In fact, there's only one fun thing you can do if you're a dog, and that's hang your head out the car window when it's got, and then another dog you make, oh, mate, goes, that's, no, that is all, and they're stopping.
They're stopping.
Doing it.
The extraordinary
Michigan.
report, because I read that, this was my favourite bit in it, okay? It says that if you have an accident, the dog in the back, you're doing 30 miles an hour, your dog turns into a baby elephant.
I don't like that idea.
Your dog, my border collie.
Your dog, not the ball master.
My border collie was in a crash in a car, and she's not an elephant.
Does she not do this and get bones, like, and hose her own back down?
She doesn't have a little monkey on the back with a fez on or anything. I've done all the standard elephant tests, and she is, as far as I can tell, still a border collie.
Have you
you seen you can convert your fridge, if you've got a stand-up fridge, you can convert that into a petrol pump?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
There it is.
Why would you want to make your fridge look like a petrol pump?
I don't know, but those bits stick on. It doesn't dispense petrol. It's still full of mold and
We've already got a decorated fridge. It says Emily is a wee and a poo on it. Anyway, I have the gift here for Christmas.
Hey,
Check out.
what?
Check out the badge.
What you doing?
The badge on my dressing gown.
Okay.
All right,
now. Give me a minute, Tim.
That bit of Chardonnay on.
Give me a minute.
Look at that. That'll look good. How much is it? 50 quid. Would you buy that? Of course he would.
Stop, come on, stop.